crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
And welcome back to another episode of the Blockchain Brew Show, where we are the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. Today, I'm, unfortunately for those who were on the stream last night, I just realized that you can probably tell that I'm wearing the exact same thing. But, don't judge me, guys. It's been a wild holiday season. Drove back from Ohio and all that, so sometimes it happens. Plus, it's just, the outer layer, right? Anyways, let's see here. Let me get myself on the screen like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive on into some crypto, into the cryptoverse, no pun intended. But before we do, as always, ASMR pop. Today, this is another cousin of death. I'm down to my last two. My favorite beer that Monkish Brewing Company has ever put out. You only get them once a year during Thanksgiving week. So I'll have to wait till next Thanksgiving to pick up another case. And there you go. ASMR pop. Got our pour. Early stream today, guys, because, everyone's got New Year's Eve plans, right? So our normal time, I think, is great for a lot of people. Not so great for some other people, but our normal time isn't that great when there's festivities happening, right? So we bump it a little earlier and get it done and send everyone on their way, to a happy new year, a Feliz Navidad, and a Nuevo Año Felicidad. Let's see. Share my screen here. Guys, we're going to roll into some Twitter. There's something I want to show you guys. Let's see here. Oh, I did not mean for that to come up right away. But you can see, what popped up right at the top of my Twitter feed when I opened it up, and no part of my brain planned on showing this on the stream, but let's see. So whoever this is said, so let me get this straight. Sailor's average entry is $74,997. Mid-tier miners operating a loss below 80,000. Sentiment lowest it's been in years. Bitcoin ETF selling is greater than $1 billion over last week. But we are in a bull market. Okay. Well, that's and I guess they just used this clip of him as an attention grabber, But that's the thing though, guys, is that I've been saying we are, 2025 was the bear market in some ways. At least Q4 definitely was the bear market. But that's the thing that we have to adjust to, is that there really is no more the bear market anymore, right? And the flip side of that is that there's probably no more the bull market, right? We're going to have cycles within cycles, in my opinion, and this last year showcased that. Inauguration season was great for Bitcoin, and September saw a break of new all-time highs up to $126,000, but Q4 not so great. And the thing is, we've seen even in this year cycles within a larger cycle, cycles within a larger debt cycle, a larger macro cycle, a larger 5-year debt cycle, as some say. So, that being said, let's see here. New Trump media to distribute digital tokens. DJT, Donald J. Trump, shareholders via Crypto.com's Kronos blockchain. So, Crypto.com and Truth Social, it's becoming more and more integrated with Trump every day, and for better or for worse. But hey, Crypto.com is doing its thing there. Shout out to CrowFam. Okay, so this is actually what I was going to show. I was going to show it on Watcher Guru, but it just happens to be up right here. So, also, guys, if you're in the chat, maybe a dump crow. If you're in the chat, help me out by dropping some coins to chart. Okay, so let's see here. Breaking, tomorrow is Warren Buffett's final day as CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. He took the stock from $19 a share in 1965 to $750,000 a share. Is that true? There must not be that many shares that exist, right? But dang, $750,000 a share today, a gain of 3,950,000%, the greatest investor of all time. Well, guys, here's the thing. Hopefully Berkshire Hathaway, there's going to be a transition now. Like the company is going to move on in new hands. He's not hating, but we know how things turn out with Trumpito. Yeah. I was incredibly disappointed with the first year of Trump's term in so many ways, and I know T Square would have a different angle, and I see where he's coming from, but I'm sympathetic to where he's coming from too. I am. I believe that some of these changes are going to be really great for crypto in the long run. Zero capital gains tax and, strategic Bitcoin reserve and, government data going on blockchain, so on and so forth, right? Like, so many of these things are going to be fantastic for crypto in the long run. I just personally hate how the narrative became all about Trump. It became like narcissistically about Trump, which I guess anyone who's ever watched the guy could see that coming. But it all became so narcissistically about Trump that he just left a lot of damage in his wake, I believe. I think that he was pretty careless about some of the behavior regarding tariffs. I'm not saying I disagree philosophically with tariffs themselves, or even with aggressive tariffs. I see his point. Sorry, I'm looking a little sterile in this room. I just realized that. So yeah, turn that Gobi light on right here to give some life in my face a little bit, so I don't look so sterile, so I don't look like a vampire, so I don't look like the undead coming on here on the show and trying to tell you guys that crypto isn't dead while I look pale. But anyways, yeah, so the thing about Trump is that I just think that he left a lot of damage in his wake, and I just wish that wasn't the case. For those reasons, I'm kind of disappointed with his first term. It was supposed to be so much better for crypto, and a lot of the line items, a lot of the agenda items are still going to be incredibly bullish in the future, but 2025 just did not pan out the way that it was supposed to from Trump's side of things, anyways, so here's the thing about Warren Buffett is, Berkshire Hathaway is going to now transition to new leadership, and this opens the door potentially for someone younger, more innovative, more forward-thinking. I know when I say more forward-thinking, it's like, Warren Buffett was immensely successful. Does it? It sounds like a slight at him when I say more forward-thinking, and the rebuttal to that is to say, well, he's a gazillionaire and he did it off stocks and DCAing, so he doesn't need to be more forward-thinking. But that's exactly the point, though. He doesn't need to be more forward-thinking. He made it. He won, right? And he won at a point in time where he was the forward-thinking. He was on the front lines of innovation and forward thought, right? But that's exactly the point, is that he doesn't need to be forward-thinking, right? The new person that's going to the new leadership that Berkshire Hathaway is going to transition to is going to want to make a name for themselves, and they have big shoes to fill, and they're going to want to the only way that they're going to make a different name and a legacy for themselves is by doing something different than Warren Buffett did. I don't mean the core fundamental principles. I mean, taking a new angle that Warren Buffett didn't. So my point is, I think this opens up the door to a more crypto friendly approach from Berkshire Hathaway. Anyways. So, the other thing about Warren Buffett, one of the creepiest individuals I've ever seen. Like, me and my wife are, we started the last season of Stranger Things. If you ask me, how have I not already finished it yet? Well, the answer to that is we're busy. But we did start it, and like, this guy is like Vecna himself. Like, I swear this is the only man more creepy than well, I don't know about the only man. One of the few men more creepy than Warren Buffett is Kenneth Copeland. Okay. Kenneth Copeland is the prosperity, health, and wealth preacher with the creepy blue eyes. I have blue eyes, but I don't have creepy blue eyes. He's the prosperity preacher with the creepy blue eyes that the reporter, the journalist, tracked him down with the camera and said, is it true that you said you don't want to fly commercial because you don't want to be in a tube with a bunch of demons? And he said, she said, are you calling people demons? He pointed his finger in her face and he goes, don't you ever say I said that, with this like creepy demonic voice and like evil look in his eyes. Anyways, guys, don't trust prosperity preachers, don't trust people that say, follow Jesus because he exists to make you wealthy and healthy. Don't buy into that. Jesus actually said, take up your cross and follow me, right? So, yeah, that stuff is a different gospel. Like, in the first century, Christians were persecuted under Roman tyranny, under the Emperor Nero. Nero would take Christians and he would put them on lampposts in his courtyard, like huge candlesticks. He'd tie them up to the top of it, and he would burn them alive, and use them to light his courtyard, right? Like, the modern message that we can just throw Jesus into our lives as an addition to our lives, or in addition to our plans and our goals and our aspirations, right? A nice little addition to our white picket fence and even our crypto portfolio, right? Like, there's a dissonance there, guys. Like, I'm not a Christian and in crypto because I think that that those two things just nicely jive together, right? Or that, if I give Jesus his like acknowledgement that that my portfolio is going to go well, right? I believe in a Jesus who said to take up my cross and follow him. And if all of my crypto gets confiscated somehow in an antichrist system because I'm proclaiming the gospel and I refuse to back down from it, then so be it. You can have my crypto. Really, it's not that big a thing to me. I'm in crypto because I think that the current state of the world as it is right now is in a transitionary period. It's on the cusp of a new age where we're at the intersection of tech and finance. And I think that the Bible does contain a lot of content about enjoying life and enjoying the fruit of your labor, right? Like Ecclesiastes has a lot to say about that, and views alcohol, by the way, as a enhancement to celebration and enjoyment of life, right? And I'm in crypto because, um, you know, uh, we are supposed to. Jesus said, "Occupy till I come," right? Like, live out your life in the world and work and provide for your family. And, Paul would say to new converts coming into the Christian faith in the first century in Ephesians, he says, "Let the person who stole steal no longer, but rather let them do honest work with their own hands, that they might have something to share with those in need." And I think that we're, at a transitionary phase in the world at the intersection of tech and finance, where crypto can allow me to have more to share with others. That's what it is for me. Yeah, I've taken an interest in it. I'm not saying that I'm aloof from it or anything like that, or I wouldn't have started a crypto channel. I'm just saying that crypto is not like the be all end all for me. Like, crypto is not my idol. Crypto is something that I've been leaning into since 2021, early 2021, like January. Crypto is something that I've been leaning into because it's at the intersection of tech and finance, and it's on the cusp of a new techno-financial era in the world, and I'm leaning into it because I think that that I can have more to share with others, right? But it's that simple for me. I don't think that just because I, give my due diligence to Jesus, that like my the rest of my cozy life is going to be blessed. I don't know. Like the world could cascade into the biblical end time drama tomorrow, and I could lose all my crypto. It could be confiscated. Could be blacklisted. I don't know. I mean, there's all kinds of things, but I'm good with any of that, right? Like, crypto is not my idol. It's as simple. It's as simple as, unless persecution comes to the United States in the next decade, and the end times begin to unfold, it's literally as simple as, I think crypto can provide more for me to share with others. That's it. Now, I do also love it as a hobby, and there's things that I love about crypto philosophically, particularly Cardano. But beyond that, it's just a tool for me. Just like money is just a tool. That's all. So he said, "Don't buy Apple stocks." Why don't buy? Don't buy Apple stocks because Tim Cook is stepping down, right? Apple as a company is not certain right now, not stable. But it's like the fourth largest asset in the world. You know what I mean? That's why I like Render as a project, because Render has an app that is that comes pre-downloaded on all of the new iPads, and it's called Otoy or something, but it has the render logo, and it gives the it lets digital artists have access to distributed rendering power, right? But its partnership with Apple has that app pre-downloaded on all the new iPads, and I just tend to think that, like, a $1 billion market cap crypto, $1 billion market cap DPIN crypto, having a partnership with Apple, the fourth largest asset in the world or whatever it is. I just think that the upside to that is massive, but I don't know. I guess I've never really thought about Apple having a catastrophic collapse. Is that what you're saying, DZ? Like a catastrophic collapse, or you're just saying, hey, let it find its footing after Tim Cook steps down? Apple can't come out with new ideas. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm not the person to really know that. I'm just I like the iPhone. It's simple. It's like everything's native. I don't know. I know people say Androids have better cameras or better tech, and they're ahead of the game, and Apple's slower to develop it. I get all that, but when Apple does develop, it's like, just look at their products. It's very dated. Yeah, I wouldn't know because I haven't been an Android guy ever. I've just had iPhone since 2012. He said I use Apple everything. Yeah, the main reason I use Apple is because I think that their security is better. And I'm going to be super honest. I don't have 10 lines of reasoning to give you to say that. I really don't. I just know, in 2021, when I was new to crypto, I guess it's just one of those things that you hear when you're new to crypto that stick with you, and it becomes a presupposition. You just assume it, right? Like, I heard BitBoy one day, and I know he's like all of his craziness. I get it. But, he was on the top for a reason, and it wasn't just his hype. Like, he did spit some game, But anyways, I heard him once when I was new to crypto say, I don't know why you would use anything but Apple if you're in crypto. Reason being is best security, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, as long as Apple doesn't have a catastrophic collapse, that's what I'm interested in. I would like Apple to continue to grow because I like render, and render is one of my favorite projects. It's not like top of the list, but it's on the list, and for that reason, I would like render to benefit from the upside of Apple. And maybe I'm making the wrong play there. Maybe I am. I don't know. But I was buying render at 30, 40, 50 cents in the bear market. I watched a crypto stash video. Put a +1 in the chat if you know who Crypto Stash is. I'm not really into all the gaming, like, metaverse content that he did in the past. I haven't watched his channel in years, but I do remember in 2022, I saw a video from him that, or maybe even at end of 21, a video of his that said 100x low cap gem, but then the title was like something like, hey, but seriously, it is though. Like, it's not just clickbait. And so I never looked to Stash as someone that like I would make portfolio decisions based on what he says. But it was just something about that video. It made me look into Render itself, like do my own research, like we should all do. And as I did, I just like the dots started connecting for me, and I was like, wow. I mean, Render really can 100x. It can. You know, and I was in it 30, 40, 50 cents, and it's already gone to $13. So that's a 10x. That's well over a 20x. You know, so if it can go to $30 in the future, like it really is 100x, and it's not that crazy. So I don't know. Anyways, I think like $2 right now, or whatever it's at, is a great buy for Render. Let's see here. Little Cardano spotlight. Tap tools. 2025 was a turning point for Cardano. From on-chain governance going live to tier 1 exchange listings to real DeFi scale and institutional signals, we recapped the year that reshaped the ecosystem. I'll have to read that whole article in like a standalone video. That'll be a good one. Bitwise has filed ETFs for 11 different altcoins. No Cardano. Thoughts? We heard Wally come on the show and say that Bitwise will be filing a Cardano ETF. I think that they're looking for a strategic time. Is what I think. We were told that Bitwise is actually very bullish on Cardano. Night heading toward a new all-time high. Love to see it. I don't say this lightly. I'm ultra bullish on Night and ADA, not because of price, not because of narratives, and definitely not because of short-term sentiment. It comes down to one structural shift most people are still missing. Cardano isn't just scaling throughput, it's scaling capability. ADA is a settlement layer, reliable, predictable, decentralized by design. But every serious financial system eventually runs into the same wall. Privacy, compliance, selective disclosure. That's where Night comes in. And no, this isn't privacy for privacy's sake. This is about unlocking entire categories of users, apps, and institutions that cannot operate on fully transparent ledgers. Guys, that was a mouthful, but this is, I'm fully on board with the message of this post here. Cardano has something now in Midnight that no other chain has. I mean, before Midnight, no other chain really has decentralized governance except Bitcoin. Already Cardano had some, and UTXO native Bitcoin integration. Cardano already had things that no other chain had. But now with Midnight, Cardano has something huge here that no other chain has, and that is selective disclosure, privacy, and compliance, right? Now Bitcoin can be transacted and lended and borrowed and used on DeFi with completely private transactions. the implications of this are massive. Not only that, the implications for enterprise are massive. You know, we've said this before, and there's, much deeper layers to this, but it's the fact that a company, an enterprise, can now operate their payroll and their bookkeeping and their financial system on chain without having to have a public record of their executives and department heads' salaries, where they're able to view each other's salaries, right? You do that on Ethereum, you do that on any chain, everyone can see that, right? But now with Midnight, you have true private selective disclosure, and it is compliant. You can't overstate how incredible this is. Anyways, we have Hyper, Sapien, and Chili's. So let's dig into a few charts. Share this tab instead. Real quick, for Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart was looking to lose this. Well, hold on. There's the descending line of resistance, and Bitcoin was looking to lose this uptrending line of support right here on the 4-hour. It has this doji candle where it flirted below the trend line. Now this current 4-hourly candle is flirting back. It's giving its last ditch effort to hold above this trend line. So if it loses it, we are underneath a strong sell signal. Trend catcher is green though. Trend catcher needs to turn red, but we lose this trend line right here and confirm it, then we're going to go down. As we go down, trend catcher will turn red, and all of those are the necessary ingredients for this move down here to $84,000 on the 4-hour chart. We come to now, I will say, if something else happens and Bitcoin manages to recover this trend line, well, then you're looking at a scenario where it stays in the pattern here, maybe tests this upper trend line again at a lower low, and then breaks it and heads down after that to the target. But that would be, if that happens, that takes us into January 4th. Yeah, takes us almost into next week for a break, which makes sense with the holidays and all that. I still think that larger structure, what I drew here is still, it's still in the cards. Like this failed retest back here of the now this is on the daily. This failed retest right here of this trend line is what was supposed to push us to $78,000. Now, instead of going straight there, we've literally just traded sideways since then. And as we've traded sideways, we've formed some more trend lines on Luxalgo. And so now The level that we're looking to lose is to confirm a daily candle closure underneath $87,000, right? We do that, and we are solidifying the dump down to 78, in my opinion. So right now we're still in the pattern, and we can still, you know, bing and bong up to about 89.3, and as low as 87, and we can keep doing that. But when we confirm candle closure below 87, we're going to 78, in my opinion. Look at the stochastic RSI on the daily. It wants to come down. So a lot to think about there, guys. Like, the structure is telling you that we're going to drop into the 70s. Like, let me ask you this. Well, hold on. Check up on the comments. No one knows the meaning of diamond hands till now. Exactly. Let me ask you this. How are we supposed to break out, you know, back into the mid 90s, or well, actually, I can tell you how. We've, you know, stochastic RSI has peaked under the upper dotted line now, and it can give us one more burst. It can. But that, if it did that, that burst would come up to where the stop loss is. Up here at 94, it would fail again, and we would ultimately still play out this move back to at least the upper 70s. So that's what I'm going to say. Like, we could have an unexpected burst to the upside out of nowhere. We could. But I'll ask the question this way. How are we supposed to start a new uptrend? With the daily stochastic RSI this high, right? Right now it's at 75, and all of the tops are up here at 97, and it doesn't take that much to get there. Like, how are we supposed to start a new uptrend without room to move? And we don't have that room to move right now. All right, so we're going to go hyper, we're going to go sapien, and then we're going to go to Chili's. I think that's what you mean, CHZ, Chili's, right? Let's see here. Okay, hyper. Man, look at that. Look at that daily sell signal that came in on the second day. But look, you also had tweezer tops. What a sell. What a short that would have been. So we come to the 4 hour. Okay, so 4 hour, I mean, I can see us at least retesting that trend line right there, which would be a, almost 3% move up. The question is, does it reject there? And the reason I can see it testing that, or, retesting that trend line, is because you have bullish cross on the stochastic RSI. You have this orange X on Lex Algo, meaning that the downtrend is weakening just a little bit. All right, so the downtrend is weakening. It's trying to bottom. And the hyperwave, is flattened out, and it looks like it could reverse. It doesn't have to reverse, but it could. So I can see it doing that. We still ultimately have a take profit down here at 0.1110. If we went up, I think that we would reject the trend line and then play out that move. So what else did we have? So Hyper Sapien. Whoa, look at that. Okay. Well, I mean, that bull move right there, has seen its best days, I think. Long wick reversal up here. Stochastic RSI is still in the middle of playing out this move to the downside. And we've lost that trend line, or we're currently losing it on this candle. And I think that the next move to look for would be a dump down to that trend line and see what happens from there. You have the bullish reversal cloud that is sitting down here. The tip of it is at about 11 cents even. The real question is, do you take out this low before you take out this high? And I think the answer to that is yes. And the reason I think it's yes is because this is still a lower low. And if we look to the daily for some guidance, you actually see that the wick up there into the bearish reversal cloud on the 4-hour actually perfectly wicked off of this trend line that we're given on the daily. Not only that, look at how high the stochastic RSI is on the daily. Hyperwave is moving up down here, but it's moving up while money flow is still red. So I think that I think that it continues to fail this trend line the whole time. I think that it continues to fail this trend line well into January. And it's gonna reject, lower, reject, lower, reject, lower, reject, maybe break later, So that's how I feel about that. And then we had Chili's. So I used to like to trade Chili's in 2021. Hey, so this was a good call on Lex Algo. Strong buy signal on the daily, green trend catcher. I wish I would have seen this. But the trade, I think the trade played out. It did what it was supposed to do, right? It hit the take profit up here, but now the stochastic RSI is very high. We have a big red reversal triangle coming in here. Hyperwave is overbought above 80. And when the stochastic and the hyperwave are both overbought, I mean, I don't know. I think that this trade played out and did what it was supposed to do, and I would not chase it at this point. That's my opinion. So there you go. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Blockchain Brew Show, the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. And no community is better than its members. So thank you to everyone who supports and consistently shows up for us. Thank you, D-Not-You. Thank you, DZ. Thank you, John316, for now his handle is Axe221. Thank you guys. Cheers. Be blessed. Happy New Year.